Party audio. I got it. Yep.
It's what Pixie had?
I sent it to him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm watching it now. All right. All right. Well, what's up, guys? So we're gonna start this podcast back off where we left off yesterday. Looking at salaries, upcoming free agents, and what else? What else were we looking at?
Uh, Potential, open teams out there, for new users. We have a
Yeah,
few teams
open
still left
teams.
open, and we could talk about how their salary cap is and what draft picks they got, for any interested potential users, active users. We love
Oh,
active users
definitely.
around here.
And hopefully, probably maybe by next week after everyone plays, talking about upcoming draft picks, top 10 draft picks, and honestly, I mean whatever else we kind of come up with.
Gotcha, gotcha.
But we left off with the Falcons, right?
Yes, sir.
So we'll leave off. We'll start with the 49ers. Hold on, let me send this to the Discord real quick.
Gotcha.
Um, just a second. All right, so we're going to start off with the 49ers. A really good team so far as, I mean, salary goes. They got 13 mil cap space. Looks like the only big name they got so far was Richard Sherman being a free agent this upcoming offseason. What do you think about that name being on the free agent list?
I think he should stay on the free agent list. He's an older guy. No, yeah, he's an older guy. His speed isn't there. I've been a San Francisco user before, and
It's
honestly,
not the
if you do
move.
it's not the move unless you move him to a safety, but for the nickel packages, like a sub linebacker safety type, because his speed isn't there anymore. But he has
Gotcha,
good
gotcha.
acceleration. He has like a 99 pursuit and awareness. So yeah, he's gonna be good for those quick passes.
Oh,
But the
definitely.
deep ball, he's gonna get burnt every time.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
time he's gonna get burnt.
Yeah, deep fried toast, especially on those receivers that are just blazing fast, like a Henry Ruggs or Tyreek Hill. You know, he's definitely going to be sitting at the line of scrimmage when they're in the end zone. You know what I mean?
Especially yeah, and another good receiver in that division is DK Metcalf. He's a fast, speedy receiver in their division, and
Oh yeah.
Andy Isabella or even D Hop in that division. There's a
Sheesh.
lot of good
That's
receivers
a
over
tough
there.
division. But yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
he's another big. Yeah, so he'll be a big name. Another guy to look for, kind of older on the older side. Jordan Reed, tight end. He's 31 years old. Um, Not too bad, but still, he's up there in age. He might regress this offseason. Um, and he's going to be a free agent target for some people, as well as Tevin Coleman. I mean, those are two names. What do you think about those?
Yeah, Jordan Reed, he could, if I was a user, I would let him go. Tevin Coleman, he's a good back. He's fast, shifty, and yeah, that's a good, number one if you need that guy. And
Oh
if he's in
yeah,
free
so
agency, if you need a running back, he's out there.
I mean,
And
his
I,
overall isn't the greatest, but like we said before, speed kills. So let's see. Let me go back to his ratings. Um, where's he at? Damn, I just lost him. So his ratings right now, he's at what's this? 92 speed, break tackle 77, 92 acceleration. I mean, it's not bad, you know. But running backs are expendable in this league. You can really plug in anybody with the right speed, and you'll get production out of them. Um, he's going to be another free agent target for people. Um, Another one, Jarek McKinnon. 29 years old, 80 overall. Another running back they got in free agency. They might want to re-sign him. He might not cost that much, but another name. to look for. Um,
Who else is out there?
yeah, who
Oh,
else?
Emmanuel Mosley, DB. He's out there right now. His last year, 25 years old. What's his stats? He's a 92 speed. Oh, okay. His man cover. He's not a man corner. I guess he's a zone corner. Keeping those packages. He's like 82 zone,
Yeah,
95
definitely.
acceleration, 88 agility, 91 jumping. So you put him in that nickel spot.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely be a
He'll do
big
you
upgrade to
good.
any defense. Um, I mean, like you said, he's just gotta be plugged in the right squad. Um,
Yeah,
but I mean, we can move on. Not really too big. I mean, some lower overall players. Um,
yeah.
maybe a big name, Solomon Thomas, D tackle, 75 overall. He's due for free agency.
He's young and he's
Um,
fast, isn't he? Isn't he like an 80 speed?
let me check him out. He's at 83 speed, 87 strength. A good solid D tackle for some
Wow,
squads.
that's
Um,
that's that's rare for a D tackle.
yeah, especially.
That's a left end kind of pass rusher speed right there.
Oh, definitely. And I've used him before in other leagues, and he's definitely a big upgrade to any defense, especially being his secondary attributes. I mean, he's at 81 hit power, 84 pursuit. Um, man's got some good attributes.
Yes, sir.
Um, let's see.
That's that's pretty much really it for any
Yeah, pretty much.
factors on this team. We kind of skipped over, I think, the Falcons, or did we go over them last time?
I think we did go over them.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because Todd Gurley. Yeah, we did when. So we'll go move on to Giants.
Oh wow, a lot of trades happened this
Sheesh.
season.
Yeah, Giants made some moves.
I'm not mad
Uh,
at it.
no, yeah, they've definitely made some big upgrades. Um, not too many people on free agency. I mean, Devontae Freeman, if you want to call that a big name, 29 years old, 78 overall. Um,
Oh,
not
and
bad.
some not bad, but something else, guys. If you got a friend out there, this team is not taken. This is a open
Oh
team
yeah,
out there.
definitely a CPU team,
So
and
yes, sir.
Khalil Mack being the top guy on this team, 30 years old, still a tough guy to defend or to actually block. Actually, um, he gets through the line like crazy, and it's gonna be tough to stop him. I mean, that might be a intriguing point for some teams to want to choose the Giants. Or some users to choose the Giants. He's still locked in for 4 more years. Um, it's very good team, very good
The
open team.
Yes, sir. But I think that move made with Chicago. So I think Barkley is actually in Chicago. So there's no Saquon over here,
Oh
but
yeah,
they do got a Cordell Patterson that is a older running back, but he is very shifty, and I think he's a superstar dev, if I believe so. So at
yeah,
least you
and
got
I mean
something there.
that's also good. That's also a team to watch if it gets picked up by a user. Do they want to take a running back in the first round? Maybe they go for Najee Harris or Travis Etienne. Um, definitely an exciting team to watch. Um, let's see who else. Who else do you have your eyes on in this Giants squad that's a free agent?
Another older running back, Devontae Freeman. Just if you looking for a backup running back,
No,
he's
definitely.
solid. He's still there. His age is 29, but still 78 overall. I think he has a
Um,
little speed on him. But yeah, I mean
yeah.
that's just someone you could probably get on cheap in a free agency. Won't
Oh,
cost too
definitely,
much.
definitely. There's gonna be a bunch of running backs in free agency, and I feel like the top 75 overall to 85 overall are probably gonna be snagged first just because of price and production. But definitely, there's gonna be some bigger names as far as Todd Gurley and what was another one? Maybe I can't remember the name,
Uh
but Melvin Gordon.
oh yeah,
He's definitely
a
another free
monster.
agent to watch. But yeah, very very good open team right now. As far as any users looking to join, couple guys going on free agency, but could very well re-sign in week 1 of offseason. So let's go ahead to go to Jaguars now.
Playoff
Uh,
team right here.
Playoff team, definitely.
A
You know,
surprise.
yeah, very much surprised, especially with the team being led by Gardner Minshew.
Oh wow,
Of all people.
and I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
you're
I
good.
just looked at their cap space, and I believe they have 2 first-round picks in this draft. Look at
Shoosh.
that cap space.
77 mil in cap. Yeah, it's definitely going to be
Wow.
exciting to see what the Jaguars do. Do they want to trade up for a better quarterback, or do they want to, see what they can get in the later round of the first round? Um, Definitely going to be exciting to see what this team wants to do. You
It's a
know,
very young team, also. Very young guys on
yeah,
this team.
definitely, especially with the leader on the defense, Miles Jack, only 24 years old, 86 overall, locked in for 4 more years. Josh Allen, very underrated by some. He might not be known by a lot, but this guy is a beast. Right now, he's got a superstar dev, and I mean, we can get into talking about players, but this defense is stacked. Um, Very good. They just got C.J. Henderson last year, but yeah, we'll get to that on another note.
They have
But
a
so
young
far,
receiver core. A young receiver core.
definitely looks like they locked up most of their players. It doesn't look
Oh,
like anybody's impending free agents.
with yeah,
Um,
with wow. Very
so
yeah. This is a good user coach right here.
definitely,
Didn't really make any big moves. Just worked with what we had, and taking it to the playoffs.
definitely.
My prediction for the dark horse is I'm rooting for the underdog. I'm rooting for the Jags to go Super Bowl. I said it here first. Jags, I
Oh
hope you go Super Bowl.
man, big breaking news right there. Is Jaguars are definitely the underdog in this playoffs, being that the Seahawks and the Pats are still in it. We saw what they did to the teams that they played, and very scary teams to watch. But Jags definitely underrated. We just got to see what they do with that defense. You know what I mean? If they want to attack the quarterback, they can. If they want to play deep secondary, they can do whatever they want, pretty much on D. Um, their offense a little shaky, but they've made it this far and they've beaten teams that we thought they couldn't. So um, very interesting teams. Have a lot of money to spend in free agency. Gonna be a team to watch, definitely. Um, so we can go on to the Jets.
Yes, sir.
Um, let's see what we got. Another name.
Mm,
Oh,
trying,
a lot of people might not play with this user. I mean, this running back, Daryl Henderson Jr. Very not well known, but a very good running back for some. He's hitting free agency, only 24 years old, and he's gonna put some numbers up on the stat board. Um,
he's a speeding back. He's a
he's a
90
speedy,
speed and a 95 acceleration, He's
definitely,
one of
and
those
he's tall.
guys. Oh yeah, he's a big guy. He looks
Oh,
like a
never
power
mind.
back, but
I
he's
thought he
not a
was
power
bigger.
back.
He's 5'8". Uh, just forget I said
Oh,
anything.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, yeah, maybe like a Darren Sproles. He looks bigger than what he look. He looks like a Derrick Henry with his profile picture.
Yeah, I
Yeah, but he's
remember
a big
playing with
boy.
him, and he ran exactly like Derrick Henry. He played like him. He looked similar to him in his running style, and he put in work for my team when I got him.
If he
Um,
doesn't stay with the Jets, for sure that would be someone you could pick up in a free agency. If you're looking for a
and
running back, a backup for the cheap.
I believe the Jets is a CPU team
Yes, sir.
at
This
the
is another
moment.
team. Another team. If you want to join, you could rebuild and make moves and everything.
Definitely,
One of my favorite players on this team is actually that safety. What's his name? Marcus
Brad.
May.
Oh, Marcus
Uh,
May, definitely one of their
he
best
is
players on the
a
team.
game changer.
Yeah, definitely. Only 20 years old. I mean, that's old for Madden, but definitely young for a secondary core. Locked in for 4 more years.
Who else?
Really
They got
produces, but
yes,
as
sir.
far as free agency goes, I'd say keep your eyes. Oh, definitely on Brashad Perryman too, one of the fastest receivers in the game. Let's see,
Kind of
what is he
underrated.
at? 95 speed. Yeah, definitely good for a slot option. He's set to hit free agency. Probably won't cost as much, being 27 years old and 76 overall. Who else we got? What is this? Quincy Wilson. I'm sorry. Um, Another cornerback on the cheap, only 88 speed, could be very used. very utilized in a slot corner role. Um, very might be a good user to use on your defense. Um, very young, 25 years old, 75 overall. Like I said, another might be a target on some teams. Let's see. Who else
What?
do you see?
Not really. Jets, they're not a sexy team.
Yeah, a
That's a
lot
lot
of
of work to do.
that's where players go to die, as I've been told.
And
Um,
if you join and be the Jets, I just you have to be, in my
it's gonna
opinion,
be a
you have
grind,
to be a good you have to be a good user. You have to know what you're doing. You want to put that work in, and if you pick that team, that's something to prove because that is the worst team in this league by far.
definitely. They got a lot of money in cap space, so might be intriguing just for that cap space that they have. But other than that, yeah, this is where players go to retire, I guess, or be forced to retire, as I see what they're doing with Frank Gore. Um, but yeah, let's move on to the Lions. Is
Move
that
on to the
another user
Lions.
team or?
That is not a user team. This is a CPU team, and it looks like whoever was the Lions made some trades.
Oh, definitely. They got
They
Taylor
got Taylor
Lewan.
Lewan, the boy.
Busting
Shout
with
out
the
to the boy.
boys.
No free shout outs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no free
sorry.
shout outs, guys.
But
Definitely one
yeah,
of the best left tackles in the game. Is up there in age, but he produces. And it looks like they got Desmond King and
that must have been a
Trufant.
package
Yeah,
deal.
that's definitely a package deal. Um, let's see who they got. Matt Prater.
Uh,
Anybody looking for a kicker? Um,
Solid. Get
let's
you some
see.
field goals.
Yeah,
Who else is
definitely,
on here?
definitely is going to be getting you some field goals. Um,
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson. I feel like he should go back to the Vikings and just retire there. Um,
Yeah.
but that's up to the user.
I mean, honestly, I see him retiring from the league after this year.
Oh,
I can see that
definitely.
happening.
That's gonna be bittersweet to see him go, but we're all expecting it. Um,
Yeah.
Lamar Miller, 30 years old, another halfback in the free agency. Might not be as touted as wanted by many, but another solid running back, I guess. Um, let's see. Who do they got? Who's it? What's this guy? Jamal Agnew, superstar dev. 93 speed, only the 126 ranked wide receiver in the game. Um,
Oh,
oh,
breaking news. Oh, we just
let's
got
see who
someone
we
in here.
got. Definitely.
We got the Bills user right now. What's up, man? We're live on the pod, man. Say
Yeah,
what's
man.
up.
Say what's up, brother.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay,
okay,
cool, cool,
okay,
cool,
cool.
cool, cool.
Glad to have you on the pod, man. Um, as you guys know, Bills kind of started this thing. We're kind of doing this as a team. Um, we're gonna see how this thing goes, and hopefully you guys stay with us for the long run.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
but back to Jamal Agnew. He might have been a running back. I see he's got a running back number. It's very weird to see. Uh, but he is a superstar dev. Got 93 speed. Um, and he's only 26 years old.
He's a
That's a
young
very
cat.
that's a young guy. Got to watch. Looks like they got Darnell Mooney also from the Bears. Um,
Well, a lot of trades happening.
yeah, definitely
A
a lot
lot
of
of trades.
trades. Oh, definitely. We've seen how
Oh,
he's
he's
played in the games. Uh, he might not be used by many as well, but he is definitely a solid receiver in the game, making a name for himself, making a big splash. Let's see who else they got.
honestly
My,
that's pretty.
we're
We're
on the
on the
Lions.
Lions. Yeah. That's what you get. That's what you get when you're late to the pod, man. We're over here texting you, calling you. We thought you got robbed over there. You know what I mean?
Jeez. Yeah, is this a user team?
It was a user team. There's not a. It's a CPU team.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Um,
So
so I mean, we can move on to the Packers. This is definitely a user team to watch.
playoff
Um,
team right now.
playoff
Packers and
team.
Cowboys are playing tonight. So yes,
Yeah.
sir. So I don't know who's gonna stream tonight, but someone stream.
I'm sorry. What was that last part? Oh, Yeah, definitely.
I
That's a big game to like everyone wants to see right now, but they haven't been able to schedule a good time for both players. So it's definitely one of the top games to watch, but we might just have to fair sim depending on if they can get it done tonight. Um, definitely would have been a live stream that many people would have watched. Um, but looks like they've got most of the players tied in for at least another year. Um, let's see, maybe in a second season free agency. Looks like Jamal Williams might be on there. Devin Funches, 26 years old, 81 overall. Uh,
washed.
very
Wa-
talented.
I think he's washed. Don't waste your time.
mm,
Oh,
maybe we get to see Jordan Love finally. Um,
mm.
that might be
It,
very interesting. We got to keep an eye out for that. We're definitely going to be on Aaron Rodgers' watch for the remainder of the season. I mean, if he takes his team to the Super Bowl, who knows? They might keep him for another 4 years. Um, we'll see what happens.
oh,
Oh yeah, definitely. That's one thing that's been on the mind of many of the commissioners, but we just got to see if we can come to an agreement and make things happen in this league. But we need more input from the users. Um, definitely need some more interaction. Um, but yeah, so
yes,
no,
sir.
definitely. So yeah, definitely a team to watch in the playoffs. So let's see what they do. I mean, honestly, what do you guys think of that? Packers or Cowboys? Who do y'all got?
If I got the
Cowboys?
Cowboys if they play, but if it's a fair sim,
Oh, definitely. Cowboys got the one seed for a reason. Um, they put in the work. Dak played amazing, as well as Ezekiel Elliott. They have the team to do it, and it might be a team to watch. But so far, no word from either. We'll have to see what's going on as far as this game tonight. But we have to keep it moving. We've been waiting, but definitely a game we want to see. But yeah, I mean, for me, honestly, I can't doubt Aaron Rodgers. Um, one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game, and definitely a playoff magician. We've seen what he's done. Only won one Super Bowl, but you know, things happen. Definitely, he should have won at
exactly.
least two more. Will definitely go down as one of the greatest. But yeah, I got my money on Packers. So let's see what happens. Um, we should move to the Panthers. Oh, my team. Okay, so let me just say this off the bat: McCaffrey, Teddy Bridgewater, and Jeremy Chin on the trade block. Very, very good players to watch, especially Jeremy Chin and McCaffrey, being how young they are. McCaffrey being the best running back in the game as far as overall. Still tied in for 5 years. Not making too crazy of money. 12 mil, 12.9, 16.3. He's very affordable and very much utilized in the game, as you see from my stats. Um, but yeah, so those guys. I'm sorry. Definitely, definitely. It's on the board. One side's got to make a decision, but we'll see what happens. And definitely, anywhere he goes, he will produce on that squad. Um,
So
um,
I'm taking a look at your team, and you have someone you're overpaying. Actually,
oh, go ahead. The most disappointing, I'm gonna have to
Teddy
go with Teddy
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater, definitely. Teddy Bridgewater, I thought I could make work. It turns out, he's a sheep in lion's clothing. Definitely didn't do what I wanted to with him. But under the right user, might be a Patty Mahomes. Who knows? Um, but definitely a big disappointment for me as far as like I'm used to using Deshaun Watson on some leagues, and you can't make Tom Brady, B. Lamar Jackson. So it's just user decisions, I guess. But
So
definitely a
let me
big
let me ask you
disappointment.
this. I'm not trying to cut you off.
Yeah, definitely. And that's probably on my error. A lot of my games I was coming from behind. Maybe I was forcing it. Who knows? Maybe my receivers should have snagged it and they didn't. But that's just. I'm gonna take the L's and I'm gonna keep it moving. Hopefully we do better this season. Um, you wanted to say something, Andy?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so you were saying you like using Deshaun Watson. So is there like a package deal you might throw out there? Maybe like a McCaffrey, Teddy Bridgewater with, maybe I don't
Um,
know, with like a Brandon Cooks with Deshaun. Is that like a possibility? Is
it's
that
a
like an option?
possibility. I mean, I haven't heard anything from the Texans front office yet, but definitely might throw a wrench in the trade pending for the Bills. So, we just got to see who makes the move first in free agency and offseason.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Because those guys are definitely going. It just depends on which team. Um,
And I actually wanted to talk to you about one of your left outside of end. Sorry, your left end over here, which getting paid pretty good, but he's not very high ranked. What's up with that?
uh, Let me see who you're talking about real quick.
Steven Weeder. I don't want to butcher that, so I'm gonna let you take that one,
Let me
boss.
go check him out. Left in, you said?
Right in.
Right in? Oh, Stephen Weatherly.
Is he someone you are interested in keeping, or is he just a
Um,
waste of money? Because look
Definitely
look how much
not.
he's getting paid. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. But he is gonna be a free agent in the following year.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
I just haven't really took a deep dive in my whole team, and he might have just slipped through the cracks. But definitely a team player I want to get rid of because I do not want to pay
Gotcha.
that cap hit. But
Exactly.
yeah, so as far as free agents go, it looks like I don't have Darby signed. Definitely one of the better cornerbacks this season. Took home 5 interceptions. Had a solid year. Very fast corner. Might be on a move to somewhere else depending on week one free agency. Um, we'll see what happens. Might do a sign and trade, but we'll see. Um, but yeah, definitely a corner to watch for on the market. Um, as well as Mike Davis, only 28 years old. Very good power back for getting in the end zone at the goal line. Um, he does his thing. I'm gonna just say that. Let's see. David Moore got injured in the playoffs. Couldn't really utilize
That's a
him.
big loss.
Big loss. Was expecting to use him in the slot at 91 speed alongside Samuel and Roby. Uh, but Steven Sims stepped up very good. Took that slot role. Yeah. When I traded Moore, um, honestly, I was trying to solidify my defense. I needed guys on the defense to make sure, I had a solid team. My defense wasn't the greatest overall when I joined, but definitely a big player on my target list was Jonathan Allen, which I will re-sign after this season. Definitely a solid inside tackle. Um, he can get through the line as well as Aaron Donald, and he's perfect alongside Brian Burns. And I ended up getting Roby and who else? Montez Sweat. Um, very good players for my defense, and sometimes you have to give up a good player, to get what you need, and that's what I had to do. But I ended up trading David Moore. Um, what's his name? D Jackson, Dante Jackson,
Very
One
fast.
of the
Probably one
fastest.
of the fastest
Is I think
corners
he is
out
the
there.
fastest corner, and he produced for the football team. You know, sometimes you take a hit trade and you might take a L on one of them, but I think it kind of even out for both of us. Uh, I want to say I traded someone else. I can't remember.
I,
Um, Go ahead.
oh, I was trying to think on who you traded. Also, I forgot who you got.
Let me see if I can take a look.
I got you. I got you. I'll go look at his team right now.
Yeah, so traded David Moore, Dante Jackson. Oh, and Shaq Thompson,
Oh,
left outside
linebacker.
linebacker. Yeah,
Gotcha.
you know, it was kind of one of those things where you kind of just had to make the move at the right time. But you know, made it to the playoffs and did pretty well. Played a football team, got a very slight edge in the win, coming out 7 points over him. But you know, I made it in the dance, as they say. Um, but yeah, so far as free agents, let's see. I think that's pretty much it. Russell Okung, another left tackle, 32 years old. Um, might be wanted by some, if not by few. Um, and Corn Elder, I think. Yeah, definitely a solid player on my defense. 90 speed, not the fastest, but as a user, he was amazing. He had 3 interceptions on the year. Might be a solid pickup for some teams. Do you guys see any players that you might be eyeing out on this team for free agency?
This is the worst team in the league besides the Jets. We can move on.
Oh man, I mean, I got some money to spend this free agency, so
Oh,
let's see what the Panthers want to do. Might
I'm
have
just
to.
kidding, but I'm not trying to cut you back off, but to go back and recap about Darby with 5 interceptions, I believe you had 3 out of the 5 when he played against me. So,
Yeah. Darby
yeah,
just had his eyes on Patty Mahomes' film. Uh, he just kind of did his thing in the film room, and it showed up on the field.
yes,
Um,
sir.
but yeah, definitely Darby is. It's not to slack his stats this season, but you know he does make plays, and he'll definitely be a player to watch this free agency if I don't re-sign him.
Yes, sir.
Um, we can move on to the Patriots, another team in the playoffs.
Oh man, where do we
Um,
start?
the young goon, as they call him. Um, the Go ahead. I heard you call him something else, Andy. What was that?
I call him Drewski.
Drewski. Okay, yeah,
Drewski.
yeah.
Yeah.
This guy shows up and plays. I mean,
Yes, sir.
um, stacked defense, 20 million cap space for this free agency. Not seeing too many players coming up in free agency. Um,
But let's
what do you?
talk about his players real quick. Look at
Okay.
Stephon Gilmore, 99, old as shit, but still getting the job done. Same thing with Devin McCourty. He's old,
Yeah,
33, still producing. You
aging
know
like wine. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
these guys are getting younger by the second.
But look,
Definitely.
he's paying for what he wants. He's paying my man over here 69 mil total, and he's paying
With a
J.C.
32 mil
Jackson.
bonus.
Exactly. J.C. Jackson,
Yeah.
61.9 mil. So he's paying for what he wants, which is a
Uh,
smart move
for sure.
because that secondary
Definitely.
is
Uh,
crisp.
yeah. Probably one of the best secondaries in the game, which is carrying over to the playoffs. I mean, you see what they did to the Kansas City Chiefs. Uh,
Destroy them.
they destroyed them. 6 picks for Patrick Mahomes, one of the worst games he's ever played in his life. Um, yeah, the defending champion.
It
Might be top 10 of the decade. Well, very good team. They threw everything but the kitchen sink at Patty Mahomes, and it showed up. You know, they did what they did on defense, and now they're on to the AFC Conference Championship. Sheesh. That's gonna be a defensive game right there. One of the best two defenses in the league, going head to head against, um, let's just say subpar offenses. Not to throw any slack at anybody, but let's just call it what it is. Um, but definitely, the Pats user is legit. Let's just say that. Um, let's see who they got free
They
agents,
got no one coming out. Everyone's there for a year or two
and that's
more.
smart. They made some moves this offseason. Maybe before the season, in season, who knows? But they're set as far as their team. I don't see them spending any money on any players. Maybe just some solid backups for reassurance, but we'll see what happens.
Moving on
Yeah, moving on to the
to the
Raiders.
Raiders. Okay,
Is that a
okay.
user team?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Um, Definitely an interesting team. Not seeing too many players as far as Jordan Hankins and Nelson Aguilar going into free agency. Two top uh, players in their respectful positions. Didn't really cut it that well. As far as Jonathan Hankins, his stats for the season, 7 tackles for loss, which was his most by any, but only 1 sack on the season. Was definitely expecting more, especially since he had 72 tackles last year. Um, very was expecting more from this player. What do you guys think?
Sorry about that. I just had a phone call. I'm sorry. It was,
It was
it's the old
important.
bag. Yeah, it's the old bag. She was, just talking to me. But
Gotcha.
yeah, what player are we talking about right now? I'm sorry, man.
Jonathan Hankins. He finished the year with 7 tackles for
Jonathan
loss and only 1 sack. Um,
D tackle. Okay, okay. I mean, hey, if you need someone there, I don't know. I don't. Is he gonna cost anything? You think he's gonna cost?
um,
What's the? I mean, maybe the most like 20 mil at the
I see
most.
him getting picked up in week 3 of free agency for no more than 2 mil a year if people are smart enough. Um, but I mean, we'll see what happens after this season. He might regress, might be cheaper. Who knows?
Oh
Um,
wow.
uh, Excuse me, but another player looking to be on the retiree list. Cameron Wake at 39 years old. Um, Definitely, an iron lung as far as it comes to being able to stay in the league and produce. If he doesn't retire, I don't see him getting picked up. Um, Honestly, they got Corey Coleman, Des Bryant, and Jason Witten, Malik Collins, Raekwon McKillen, and
Who
who
else
is
they
this?
got?
Eric Harris.
Ted
They
Ginn
got
Jr.
Yeah, they got quite a few names going into free agency.
Oh,
Jonathan
Jonathan
Joseph.
Jones. Oh yeah, Jonathan Joseph. Let's say this team has a very, very veteran locker room. Let's put it that way.
Oh, definitely. One of the oldest teams in the league, as far as average. And okay, um, let's see.
Yeah, I mean, this is team. He's a good user. He just, just tough struggles.
Yeah,
Tough struggles. He was in the
definitely.
playoffs, and he couldn't finish, and went out, and he got knocked out in the very last week of the season, and we hate to see that because I
Oh
think
man,
he would have made some noise in the playoffs.
he definitely would have made
He
a
has a
splash. Maybe.
dangerous receiver in Ruggs. I
Oh,
call him.
definitely.
He's Tyreek Hill's little brother.
Yeah, definitely. Speedy Gonzalez right there. He will burn anyone on the field. Um,
Exactly.
could have made a big splash. Might have even taken the Jags out of the playoffs. Who knows? But can't call it what it is if you ain't in it. So maybe next year we'll see him in the dance. Maybe they make some moves at quarterback in this draft. Being Derek Carr is 30 years old. Um,
I mean, he's in a tough division. Don't get me wrong.
definitely in a tough
Um,
division.
just to recap real quick, in the standings, it was me, the Chiefs 12-4, the Broncos 10-6, and the Raiders 10-6.
Mm,
So a lot of a lot of above 500 teams in this division, so it's very hard.
Definitely a heartbreaker at the last game. Um, but we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do this season. Definitely a
Yes,
team to
sir.
watch. So we'll go on
Go
to
to
the
the next
Rams.
one. Yes, sir. Rams. Okay, right
Oh,
here.
one of the highest paid teams in the league. Um, Earl Thomas going into free agency was a free agent this season. Um, let's
Did
see,
he
Le'Veon
produce this
Bell.
year? Oh
Let's
yeah,
take a look.
me.
Let's take a look.
Okay, 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 okay.
Earl Thomas. Let's check him out real quick before we move on.
Gotcha. Sorry about
Um,
that.
no, you're good. Earl Thomas. Didn't do too much. Had one sack, 77 tackles, which was not bad. Three tackles for loss, and zero interceptions. Um, very surprising to see, especially for a player of his caliber. Definitely wanted to see more out of him. Do you think it was a bad year, or do you think it was a mediocre year?
I think it was a year we all expected, and
Hmm.
no one wanted to pick him up because of his age, and he's not a very disciplined player. He's a very hothead out there. Will cause a
Um,
lot of penalties.
Definitely, and you saw what happened in that practice film. Try to take a head off of one of his former teammates. We won't get too much into it, but definitely an older player to watch in free agency. Did as well as anybody expected him to this season, and might be a big name to watch for, especially being at an 87 overall. That might take a dip, but I don't see him going any lower than an 82 this offseason. Le'Veon Bell, another older guy that we want to look for. 8 years in the league, 85 overall as it stands. Had 10 tutties this year. Averaged 4.3 on the ground, which wasn't bad. He did his thing on the field. He produced for them. Might want to look to re-sign him, but as they stand, they are sitting at negative 2.57 mil in cap space. So might be a name on the free agent market. What do you think, Le'Veon Bell? How do you think he did this year?
I think he did where, he got, traded to be that goal line back to
Yeah.
get you the carries. I see he has 8 broken tackles this season, and he did not fumble, which is a good year because, in the past he had a lot of fumbling issues when he was in Pittsburgh.
Oh, definitely. Especially being 8 broken tackles, his most career high, um, which is
And his career
very
run
surprising.
that he ties his career run with 81, and he did that back in 2014. So yeah,
Yeah, it was definitely good to see him back on the field after that thing with the Jets. But in the NFL today, you got to produce, and he did just that. But we'll see what next season holds for him.
yes sir.
Another guy to
Moving on.
watch. Actually, if I could, Josh Reynolds, another receiver going into free agency. Not the fastest, uh, not the strongest, but in the right system, he does what he needs to. You know what I mean? He did his thing during the season. If I'm correct, well, actually, no, he didn't. He didn't do anything this year.
Oh
Might be
wow,
looking to regress quite a bit this year. So um, catch him on the
flippity
cheaper
flip.
end. Yeah, catch him on the flippity flip. Oh, there he goes. There goes Savage Pappy back in this
Savage
pod.
Pappy's back, baby. Let me see. Let me check. Another. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see anyone that's worth talking about that's on their, last years.
And
Maybe
we're
we're
on
on
the
the
Rams.
Rams.
How did y'all think he did this season as a user?
I,
Yeah, definitely was a team to watch for this season. But didn't make it to the playoffs, finishing 8-8. Might look to shake up. Might want to, take a look at a different head coach. I know Sean McVay is one of the best head coaches in the league, but you know, you show up once to the playoffs, go all the way to the bowl, and then you don't make it 2 years later. Just like the Falcons, you see all what they did to their coach. Um, But definitely expecting more from the Rams. Hoping he can come out and make a better splash this season. Let's see. Oh, definitely. Might want to go opposite of Jalen Ramsey, be the voice he's never had in the locker room, as far as being a veteran and learning how to control the league with your words. Um, might be a solid pickup for the Rams. hmm Oh, definitely, definitely, especially getting Jalen Ramsey on a 6 year, 152 mil contract. Um, you know, big payouts for big players.
That's LA
Um,
for you. That's big time
definitely,
Hollywood over there.
that's definitely a team to watch, especially this upcoming season. Um, let's see, not really seeing anybody else. Maybe Trevor Williams, a cornerback, 27 years old, 74 overall. Um, was a good pickup for the team, but he is headed to free agency. Didn't really produce this year. Probably didn't even play. I'm not showing anything for 2020, so he might have been injured this year. Um, but as far as the Rams go, that's pretty much all the players on the watch. Um, so we can go to the Ravens.
Ooh,
Oh,
Lamar Jackson, one more
Lamar
year
Jackson,
remaining.
1 year remaining.
He wants
It's
that. He wants that Patrick Mahomes money, but he hasn't
definitely,
performed.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Which is strange because this is a very hyped team.
Exactly. So, uh, I'm guessing a lot of people expected more from the Rams, but switching to 3 users during the season kind of ruined their chances to make the playoffs. Man, they have the team, they have the quarterback, just not the right user, I'm guessing. But um, they did their thing. They actually did make it to the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken. But just couldn't pull it out against the Jaguars. Um, Lamar Jackson's coming up, Orlando Brown Jr., Mark
Mark
Ingram,
Andrews.
Mark Andrews, Calais Campbell, which we're looking at, might be on our retire list. Um, we'll see. Jimmy Smith is a free agent. If anyone wants a wheelchair and a cornerback, um,
Oh man,
Pernell
I'm dead.
McPhee, 32 years old. Might as well just lay down. He's 79 years old. Might want to take some more money. Just depends on his agent and what they want to work out. Um, but
Gus Edwards,
Gus
probably the
Edwards,
best guy going to the free agency on their team, in my opinion. Very underrated back, as we talk about. He's very, running backs are very expendable. So if you're looking for
definitely,
someone on cheap that could get it done, depending your style,
especially being
how
a
you
power
play.
back. A lot of these
Ooh,
guys are finesse guys in this league as far as running backs. You don't see too many power backs this young. Um, Not coming in at a big overall, but definitely could make a big splash on a certain team, just depending on who's willing to pay. Um, Also, Tyus Bowser, not many use him, but definitely a solid left outside linebacker, um, making some plays this season. Definitely due, especially being a Houston alumni, definitely due for a big pay raise, I believe. He produces on any team. The overall might not show it, the stats might not show it, but in the right team, definitely one to use. Um, who else we got? Mike Skira or Matt Skira. I'm sorry. Um, Another center going on free agency. Not too young, but could definitely be a great addition to any squad. As we know, O linemen don't come cheap and are very far stretched through the league. Um, but we'll see. Khalil Dorsey, uh, one of the best DBs as far as end of year rankings go, racked up quite a few picks for this squad. Going into free agency, 10 interceptions. Um, Led the league in interceptions. Um, definitely,
Oh wow.
yeah, exactly. Definitely, yeah.
Definitely a good man to man
Um,
safety if running some blitzes. He's a 94 speed, 95 acceleration, 76 man coverage.
yeah,
So
and if
he's
you
he's good.
if you check out the yearly awards, he definitely got best DB and I want to say defensive player of the year. So look for his depth trait to boost, uh, big time. And gonna be a very pricey player in the off season. I
I
know
mean,
my eyes are set on him.
exactly.
Um,
I would spend some kaching for him.
yeah, definitely. Hopefully, the Chiefs has enough cap space to do a thing like that. I hear
Oh, the
I
Chiefs
hear they're
made the
looking.
Chiefs made moves all year around. Trust me. The Chiefs made moves all year around, traded early in the season, and Travis Kelce is on the block. Once again, Travis
Oh
Kelce is
yeah.
on the block.
Okay,
Uh, and I'm
49.8 mil in cap space for the Chiefs. Might be tough to beat them out if they want to pay high for Khalil Dorsey, which led the league in interceptions. Um, mm,
Oh wow.
could definitely shake up the league if you decide to take that.
I think that's a fair trade, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's a different pod we'll talk about.
Yeah, we'll save it for next pod, but definitely could shake up the league. Ground bacon receiver for receiver trade. Yeah, and it's tough to, as we heard another user call him the slant pussy. Uh, you know, he just catches everything on a slant, and I'm not gonna doubt him being a 98 overall, but he is old, and Stephon Diggs definitely a better option, um, in my opinion. Um, that yeah, that definitely be a solid pickup for the Bills. Um, could be a crazy offseason. I'm expecting the craziest offseason since this Madden League came about. We had some moves, some big shakeups during the season, but this off season, man, I can already see players getting traded, uh, and big names being traded also. Um, no, let's see who else they got. Definitely, not too many. They got quite a few players going to free agency. Not any more big names. Khalil Dorsey, one of the top coveted players to watch in free agency. Um, you want to move on to football team?
Sir.
Okay, another user that performed well, made it to the playoffs, couldn't get past the Panthers. Um, really needed a quarterback. Has the money to pay for one also with 52.7 mil in cap space. Um, but they might want to lock up Brandon Sheriff for the long run. Uh, or Scherf, I'm sorry. Right guard, 29 years old, but do O-line really regress at that age? I don't think so.
Me neither.
Um,
Solid.
Solid pickup. Should look to re-sign. Probably the smart thing to do is re-sign Brandon Scherf to a long-term contract. Um, Ryan Kerrigan, 33 years old, 80 overall, going into free agency.
Ooh,
Um,
that money.
yeah, man was getting paid. Um,
I don't see Washington re-signing him.
yeah, definitely not, especially with the age. Um, but might go to a lucky team in the offseason. We'll see what happens, especially with Thomas Davis Sr. being 38, might retire this year.
Probably retire, yes
Yeah.
sir. I see him retiring. And he has a no, I was gonna say he has another, O lineman, that needs to get paid.
Definitely.
He's on his last year, and yeah, he's not getting paid a lot, so that's someone we could get into free agency.
hmm Oh, Yeah, we got to stay tuned for that. That's definitely going to be on the watch. Definitely waiting for those offices to announce their trade. Um, just got to wait and see, you know. Some people hesitant to push the buttons, but, you know, big players make big plays. Let's just say that. Um, as far as anything else on this football team, not really seeing a whole bunch. They got kind of the one of the younger squads in the league, um, especially leading the defense with Chase
Yes,
Young.
sir.
Um,
What sticks out to me the most is Alex Smith getting paid that much money.
oh yeah, definitely. Um, definitely finesse the league, or should I say finesse the Chiefs, um, for that much money. You know, everyone knows he had that very scary season-ending knee injury
Against
um,
the Texans,
against
J.J.
the
Watt,
Texans.
he
Yeah, two
targeted
years
him.
definitely.
J.J. Watt's one of the most dirtiest players in the league.
Yeah,
Worst
definitely.
trash talker, but yeah, P is not the same person. That's what I hear, rumors.
Yeah, a lot of people. One offensive tackle, left tackle that used to play for the Titans, will not be named. Has definitely been throwing some shots at J.J. Watt on his podcast, Bussin' with the Boys. Um, you know, no free shots, but definitely, you know, Alex Smith being paid 111 mil over 5 years. Definitely a big hanging fruit on the football team. Still got to get used to saying that. But you know, as far as free agents go, Brandon Sheriff, look for him. One of the top O line in the draft if he doesn't get re-signed. I mean, in the free agency. We'll go to the Saints now, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, Michael Thomas.
Yeah, looking for him to step away. Won the one Saints Super Bowl for them. Couldn't really put the team on his back to carry him through the playoffs, but did his thing. Um, let's see, Marcus Williams, free safety, 84 overall, 24 years old, set to hit free agency. Um, depending on what the Saints decide to do week one off season. Definitely a name to watch for players, especially those who need help on their secondary. Um, let's take a look at his stats, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Um,
89 speed, 80 zone, 74 tackle, 85 pursuit, 82 play recognition, 90 acceleration, 75 man, 79 hit power, and 88 awareness.
um, yeah, definitely not the greatest free safety, but still has time to develop. Being 24 years old, um, had 76 total tackles on the year, 3 tackles for loss. It's good to see DBs getting in that backfield, but no interceptions on the year. Definitely expected more for him, being that he had 10 on his career, being in the league only 4 years. Um, definitely a big name to watch in free agency. Um, let's see who else. Sheldon Rankins, another D tackle,
Ooh,
27 years old. Um, you know, we'll see what happens with that. You know, I heard his agent talking. I heard him say he might have had the COVID. Um, it might affect his breathing. You know, big guys can't breathe that well, anyways. And might throw him off his game. I don't know. We'll see what happens in free agency. What do you guys think?
that's a name to watch. I think he's going to be a good, good player for whoever picks him up.
Do we have a user for this team?
Yes, sir. We've
Okay.
got a new user.
Another name to watch might not be on many people's lists, but Trey Hendrickson, right in, 26 years old, but can get in the backfield. Um, you know, didn't really produce too crazy this year, you know, but a solid addition on the D line, coming in at 3 sacks and 4 tackles for loss. Um, you know, another that I honestly probably the aside from Marcus Williams, one of the top names in this team to hit free agency. Um, Let's see. P.J. Williams, 28 years old, 76 overall corner. Uh, what's this guy's name? Alex Anzalone. Um, uh,
What's that dude's name from Holes? Zero. What's his
Zero.
name? What was his last
Oh,
name?
was it? Oh, yeah, it was a crazy name. Yeah, I know you're talking
It sounded
about.
just like the one you just said right now. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Um, not too
Sorry,
many
that was off
players.
topic, guys.
No, yeah, you're good. We like a bit of mix up. Um,
A mix up.
um, let's see. Ty Montgomery and DJ Swearinger going on free agency. Um, more older players hitting the free agency market. Um, let's see. Not too crazy of names after that. Um, you guys got anything for the Saints?
No, sir. I just hope this user is gonna be here for the long run and actually do something with that talented team.
Oh, definitely, especially
No
with.
shots, but shots.
um, okay, we can move on to the Seahawks, which is a very interesting team.
Um,
Has had a lot of buzz around their team during the season, especially being that one of the users did their thing. Did what they did, and had to kick rocks. But you know, very talented team. Um,
the
the
Seahawks.
Seahawks, the previous Seahawks user.
And before you say anything, the corrections have been made.
Huh?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
I mean, hey, we all need one of those toxic players in the league. We all need one of those, to keep everything juicy.
I'm sorry. Y'all talking about the
We're
tranquil
talking
that we
about the
faced this
we're
season?
talking about the new Bears user, aka the old Seahawks user.
Sheesh. Go ahead and
Yes, sir.
throw him out there.
Throw him under the
Um,
bus. EXO Crew. That's
yeah,
his
but
tag.
we
No
did
free shoutouts.
we did go in and change the Seahawks back to what they were. Redid the contracts and everything's straight with the Seahawks user now. He's in the playoffs. Showed up against the Panthers. Um, very very bittersweet. Still licking my wounds after that loss. But I'm ready to keep it moving and I'm ready to show out this upcoming season. But Seahawks definitely a team to watch as they have most of their players tied in. Most of their big name players tied in for the next 3 years. So not really much to see. Probably won't make too much noise in free agency, being that they only have 4.71. What's that? They did.
Yeah, Tyler
Oh,
Lockett
did
was
they?
shipped to the Raiders,
Oh,
and that's how they ended up getting
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs, and they traded a draft pick to the Raiders.
Sheesh. Yeah, definitely a two-headed monster in the backfield. Um, he's still on that team. Yeah, yeah, they did. They
Or
did
Patrick
send
Peterson.
Shaquille Griffin to the Cardinals for Patrick Peterson. Uh, very mysterious move by the Seahawks user, but we won't bring up the past too much. But the trades were made, players were moved, and teams were switched. Uh, but yeah, definitely a team to watch this playoff bracket. A lot of people are looking for revenge this season. Um, definitely going to be a tough team to see. You know, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens this season. Um, you guys have anything for the Seahawks?
Good luck in the playoffs, my guy.
Yeah, yeah, definitely gonna be a team to watch. Definitely. What do you guys think as far as Super Bowl predictions? I know we made some before. Things changed. Um, Patriots, definitely. I understand why you would do
Cowboys, Jaguars. Let's go.
that.
Cowboys, Jaguars.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, don't sleep on the Seahawks. Definitely, they got the team to do it, and they might have the user to do it. Um,
They might have the user, but there's a lot of big names on that team that's injured. So let's see if you can pull through.
yeah, definitely. Um, Now on to the Steelers.
Steelers. We
Uh,
just recently got a
very
new
had
user, so
uh,
let's go.
had a very disappointing season, which landed them the top second, the second overall pick, I think. Oh, that was the Titans, correct? Yeah, yeah. Steelers are third or fourth. I can't exactly remember, but might want to shake it up by choosing a quarterback, being that Ben Roethlisberger is as old as Jesus Christ. Um, this man needs to be out of the league. I've said it many years before this, but very much high paid on this team. Oh, he's not even on there. Oh yeah, he did drop him.
He
That's what it
released them.
was. Yeah, he dropped him in the free agency. Thank you. Right now he's got Mason Rudolph, the guy who cried wolf against the Browns. Um, when Miles Garrett socked him over the head with that helmet. Was definitely funny. Definitely. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, could look to trade up and snag another player. You know what I mean? It just depends to see what they want to do um, as far as the quarterback situation. But as far as oh yeah, definitely one of the fastest in the draft class, or the fastest in the draft class, I believe. Um, let's see. What do you guys think about Juju Smith? Do you think he's gonna go to a big team name, or a big name team in the free agency? The Colts. Ooh man, they'd be dangerous with that team, pairing them up with Carson Wentz, and T.Y. Hilton and Michael Pittman Jr. That might be a solid. Oh yeah, we did see that. Correct. You're right. Um, Maybe the Panthers usually might take him. I hear they're looking for another receiver to solidify their offense, um, and they got the money to spend. Um, Another big name not set to hit free agency till 2 years. Minka Fitzpatrick. Sorry, 24 years old,
Come
was
on,
traded from the
man.
Dolphins. Uh,
Get it right.
One of the best safeties in the game today, um, and he showed out. Did his thing. Probably gonna hit at least a 90 overall this upcoming season if he's not gonna regress. Let's see who else. Mike Hilton, 27 overall. I mean, 27 years old, 84 overall corner.
Joe
Um,
Hayden.
Joe Hayden, definitely, especially for the veteran leadership he brings to the table. Um, he does his thing on the field. He does it off the field. Um, Man's a baller. Let's just say that. Um, and who's this receiver? Deontay Johnson, 25 years old, star development. He's not
Stud.
even a free agent, but yeah, definitely a
He's
stud
just
on
a
that
stud.
offense. Um, mm, hmm Damn,
Exactly, and just keep building.
definitely. Mm, hmm Definitely, definitely a connection we want to see again. Um, let's see. Not too many else. Another cornerback, 26 years old, 73 overall. A lot of corners going in this free agent class. A lot of secondary players. A lot of D line. It's gonna be a fun free agency. Uh, let's move on to the Texans. Um, do we have a user? We have a user for this one, right?
Yes, sir. And I'm just going to put this out here. The Texans do not have a first round draft pick, so I hope y'all make moves during this offseason to make trades.
Oh, definitely. They
They
have no
don't have a
first round
first.
picks.
They have no picks in the draft in the first round.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what
That's
happened on
that's
that end.
that's something we talk about later. Yeah.
But definitely, Texans questionable moves when they released, or they traded Hopkins to the Arizona Cardinals. Um, under new management, though, I heard they changed up things in the front office. I heard J.J. Watt wants to go play with his brothers, so he might get traded to the Steelers for their first pick in the draft. Um, definitely might want to look at that. J.J. Watt could definitely add to anybody's defense.
Let me
Being,
ask you this: is J.J. Watt worth a first round draft pick, given his age and given that salary you have to take on?
um,
Honestly,
you could, uh, yeah, especially for a win now team that is in the playoffs. Hint, hint, Jaguars that have 90 mil in cap space, I believe. Uh, oh yeah, they played. Who did they play? The Buccaneers. Um, in the playoffs. Definitely, yeah, that'd be a scary, scary defense. Probably back-to-back top defenses of the year. Just yeah, exactly. But definitely a name to watch, being that he only has 1 year remaining on his contract. Um, also, Kenny Stills is going to hit free agency. Not the youngest receiver, but definitely a fast receiver. Or I don't even think so. What is he at? He's like at a oh
I think he's
91,
a
not
90
bad.
speed.
Yeah, 91's not bad, but it's not the greatest. Being a right receiver. Vernon Hargraves hitting free agency. Um Was expecting more coming out of college, but he didn't do his thing in the league. Um, might be Vernon Hargraves.
Good defensive back.
Let's see who else. Um,
Hey guys, sorry if I'm making too much noise. Your boy's making a michelada, you know what I mean? It's been a hard week. It's Tuesday.
we're good. Um, what were you saying, Otto? Mm, with their front office. Yeah, definitely. And it showed this season. Um, they weren't in the position they wanted to. Deshaun Watson, one of the top 5 quarterbacks in this league. I believe, um, you know, might want to shake things up and go somewhere else. Um, but we'll just leave that up to his agent. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. That'd be a scary offense if he was put on that Bills team. Um, but not too much to work with on the Texans. Um, they
Their
got
key is
anything?
to make trades. Just got to
Hmm.
make some trades, make something happen. If you're interested in getting, top talent in this round, you're gonna have to trade big names for some big picks.
Hmm.
Someone I know that has a lot of draft picks is the Bear user. He has 4 first round draft picks, so if you're looking for draft picks, he's the guy. And I know inside source, he is a Texans fan.
So let me ask you this: say you're the Bears, you have 4 first-round picks. How many picks are you willing to give up for Deshaun Watson?
2 picks, two first and a second.
Okay, now say you're the Texans. Do you take that?
Depending, depending,
Yeah, definitely a restart.
depending wherever those two first round picks are. If they're in the top 10, possibility. If one of them is in the top 10, yes, because you always draft a quarterback and build off that.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good squad to go to. Um, I got you. Um, yeah, definitely could shake up the league. Just gotta talk to the right officials in the front office and do what they do on in the free agency. You got anything else for the Texans?
No, sir. Be smart, make trades.
Okay, definitely, definitely. Hope you're listening, Texans. Um, so let's move on to the Titans.
Man, my favorite running back in the game. He is truly a cheat code.
Derrick Henry
Yes,
or
sir.
Dion Lewis? Who are you talking about?
Dion Lewis, of course. Of course.
Yeah, he is.
Look, I heard there's rumors that Tyreek Hill for Derrick Henry for a straight up trade. If you're listening, Titans, and you're interested in a speedy receiver, let me know. For Derrick Henry, if you're out there and
Wow.
you like that, let me know.
Titans. If you do not take that deal, you are smoking methamphetamine from the District of Columbia. You know, you do not come across a player like Tyreek Hill ever in your lifetime. You
99
gotta make
speed.
that
It
deal.
it just depends on your playing style. If you're gonna run the ball and you chose the Titans, cool. But if you want stud receiver that you know that's gonna be open every time downfield, and you know they're gonna double team him, then guess who else you got? You got AJ fucking Brown.
Exactly. And
So I'm
Corey
just
Davis,
saying.
emerging as a solid um, solid receiver for the Titans. Um,
And what all I gotta say is just running backs are expendable, but Derrick Henry is a special back, and he's someone like a Christian McCaffrey and a Dalvin
and
Cook. He
eh,
he 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 has good value, so
he has good
value for
value.
value.
And you know what else? The Titans have a top 3 pick in the draft. They could, move up and maybe even select Trevor Lawrence, but they're getting a quarterback. They have to. I would if I was the Titans. Ryan Tannehill is 33 years old. He ain't getting any younger. And
But
if you
they
pair
just
him
paid
up
that
with
man. They're paying
yeah,
him a lot, unless he could shop him. That's that.
they are
I
paying him a
mean,
lot, but
look
Titans are
at
a
look
win
at
now. These
exactly. But
players
look at
aren't
his penalty. Let's say he just drops him, and no one wants to pick him up, and he wants to get rid of that. He still has to pay 30. He has to pay him out 39 mil. That's still a hit.
that's still a hit,
So
and you
best
could be
thing is just
correct.
to keep Tannehill. I don't know if he's an X factor, but keep grinding with him, and he's almost a 90.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
look at Drew Brees. He's still playing at 43 years old, so that's 10 more
Exactly.
years.
You know,
So if I was you, I would keep him unless you want to shop him. Because I know football team needs a quarterback. He's dying for a quarterback, and he has money, so maybe that could be the move. I'm just saying.
definitely. Definitely one to watch. Um, you talking about football team?
Oh, he's asking for a lot and
Yeah,
giving a bag of Skittles and some corn chips.
yeah. Did To me, I feel like football team's front office is not making the moves they should be. They did make a big splash with the Panthers, but they gotta make more moves to get in the position they want. Yeah, definitely. You got Scary Terry alongside DJ Moore. Definitely. They have the O-line, they have the running back, they have the team. They just don't have a quarterback. And Ryan Tannehill, he won't be cheap, but at an 87 overall, might drop down to an 84 depending on how good his season was this year. Uh, Still a solid quarterback in this league. Oh, definitely. Josh Allen on the football team with those weapons on his offense would be a scary sight. Hey, football team, I hope you're listening. You got to pay them. You got to pay them what they want to get what you want.
You gotta pay the troll. I'm not gonna even finish the rest of that. But yeah. So yeah, I'm looking at everyone that's years up. I could see Terrell Suggs retiring. He's 38, 74 overall. He's an old fart.
Yeah.
He's an old fart. He's gonna digress. And let me see what he did this year. He only had. Where does it tell you on his total? Where's stats.
Yeah, stats
sorry.
and contracts.
Let's see what he did this year. Okay, he had 42 solo tackles, not bad for an old fart.
Did his thing on the
14,
defense.
Yeah, 14 assisted tackles, 56 total tackles. Oh, tackle for losses, 12. That's key, and 13.5 sacks. Okay, he came and played this year. Okay.
Sometimes the oldest farts are the gassiest. This man put in work, and he showed up on the defense this year. Age is just a number, baby.
2 forced fumbles, 1 forced recovery, 1 yard. Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't retire and you need a veteran to boost up that defense, you could get him for the cheap. For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
He's going to be there for the cheap. Oh, I don't think we talked about him, but never mind. Dang, I did not know Clowney got paid. Good for him.
Yeah, another name I'm sorry to watch for if you guys are into fullbacks. Kari Blasingame, 25 years old, 73 overall, a solid fullback for any team. They're not really utilized as much in the game, but could be a pickup for somebody.
And an 87 speed as a fullback, that's
unheard of. So
that's basically Josh Jacobs speed, and
yeah.
that should just I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, and it could definitely come out of the backfield into the flats for dump off passes and might pick up yards, similar to Alex Ingold on the Raiders. Let's see who else. Daryl Worley, cornerback, 26 years old, 71 overall, due to hit free agency. Not a big name, but a solid name. Let's just leave it there. Let's see. That's it so far. You guys got anything else for the Titans?
Make some smart moves.
And look for the trade block.
Exactly, because if you're listening, Tyreek Hill for Derrick Henry straight up.
You heard it here, first, guys. Tyreek Hill for Derrick Henry straight up. Probably might make some noise as far as the Titans user. We just got to see what they're up with as far as wanting to change things up.
Moving on to the Vikings.
Moving on, yes sir.
Do we have a Vikings user? He left?
Damn.
When he just left? Let me
check it out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out right now.
Open teams, trade block.
Yeah, there's no Vikings user.
Okay, Vikings. Okay, let's talk about them. Let's see. All I gotta say is Dalvin Cook, another Derrick Henry type.
Yeah,
valuable,
definitely a beast.
Game changer. Probably, in my opinion, probably as of right now in real life football, probably
I give him the
the
edge.
best running back. I mean,
Running back,
it's
yeah, best running back in the game right now.
overall as running, catching, blocking, everything.
He
Dalvin Cook
could,
is the best running back.
I believe he can do everything Derrick Henry can do, and plus he's a burner when it comes to running. This dude
I
is
love watching him run because once he goes through the holes, I got to check what's his acceleration because he's a laser acceleration. He's 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 95 agility, 94 ball carrying, 96 change of direction, 91
sheesh.
carry. Yeah, his
The
vision
secondary
94.
attributes aren't the greatest. I'll give y'all that. I'll give him that actually.
I mean,
Um,
but as a running back, having 68 short route, most receivers that are mediocre don't even have that. So the
True.
short game, the screens, the dump offs, he's the guy. His pass blocking at 60, so you can always just keep him back there and block for you. Because, Kirk Cousins is not the best quarterback.
Definitely. And I mean, might not hit free agency this year, but Derwin James on the Vikings is due for a contract.
Oh, he
Um,
made a big splash. That was a big trade with the Chargers and Vikings because Harrison Smith is with the Chargers over there.
Yeah, definitely. Was a confusing trade, but some people have their urges. But yeah, look for Derwin James to cash in with the Vikings with 18.1 mil in cap space. We'll see if they can afford him. If not, definitely one of the top free agents to hit the market in the following season. Um, that's all I got for the Vikings. You guys got anything? Okay, that completes the list as far as the top free agents in this year's offseason. Um, thanks for viewing, guys, and you guys got anything for the viewers?
Uh, Leave some reviews, like, subscribe, unsubscribe. Let us know what
Definitely.
we need to do. Let us know who sucks. Let us know who needs to get replaced.
Definitely.
It's probably me, but just let us know what's going on. Appreciate y'all listening, and I'm excited for for the next time we come on. For next time, I think we're gonna talk more deep into the rookies coming in the draft. That's our next pod. Talk about the rookies coming into the draft.
For sure. You got anything? What's it called? Otto?
Oh, and we have a special reveal for next pod. We're gonna let y'all know our name of the pod. Okay?
Oh, I
Big
put that
big
as a title.
announcement.
I put it as a
Oh
title
well,
already.
hey,
Okay, guys.
there you go.
Let's just wrap it up. You guys just witnessed the Madden Lab. See you guys next time.